Hello, and welcome back to another episode of On the Block with your host, Meme81. Also, here is KM1997, who is aka Kenny, and BB Swag,
Hey,
Ben. BB Swag joins us to complete his eviction interview that he could not do on the last episode that we've had. Also, going to be is the eviction interviews of the recent three evictees whom each could not make it tonight, and I will eviction interviews they sent to me when that comes. But let's get to the man of the hour as of now, BB Swag.
yep,
What's up?
I'm pretty good.
How's that? Good. To the man of the hour.
What?
Now that you're evicted, what is up?
I'm just lazy, sitting there. It's been like 3 days now. Haven't evicted, haven't done anything on Zwooper, basically. I think it's fine, but watching the best players in the cast go is kind of sad.
You said the best I've gone the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, best four.
I do agree to that too, and it's kind of like if you're playing good, you're getting taken out, and people who aren't playing good are getting left in because they're not playing good.
Well, I would say that because the people who are still in are just, I think besides Nippleberry, they're scared of, I think, the bigger threats in the game. I think Tav, Nippleberry, like, they make moves, but you got Josh. I don't know the full cast right now. I'm too lazy to check who's still in. But here, let me check up on right here. I just spelled Big Brother wrong. My bad. My God. Here, my bad. Here. Well, I think I like Jeremy's game so far. I think Jeremy makes moves. I think Nibbleberry makes moves, and I think Tav makes moves, and I think the other three just sit there. They're scared of the rest of the cast. I do think, from the looks of it, Jeremy, Nipple, or Tav will win the game pretty easily. Because
from the looks of it, it looks like Jeremy, Tab, and Nipple won't win the game, seeing that the players who are doing good are going out one by one.
Well, actually, it's four, but as you can see, this nomination, it's Josh and Carter this week. And I think Carter will go home. And at least that's one of the people who don't make moves and just silent, not playing a good game. Now, I think Emma has the most public support, but I do think that Jeremy has a very good chance at winning. I think when it gets down to it, Amy, Josh, and Carter cannot win the game. Because the more public threats of Jeremy, Nipple, and Tav are in the game, and in the finals, at least one of the three will be in the game. Or Emma. If all three of them go, Emma would win. But Amy and Josh have no chance at winning. Jeremy, Nipple, and Tav have been playing okay games, and they should win. I think Nipple will win the game. Maybe Jeremy. I don't think Tav will win, but from the looks of it, yeah.
At this point, all the people that you're listing who may win this game, they're horrible winners.
Oh, they're awful winners.
Can you agree? Out of the people that he's naming would win this game.
I think I agree with some. I think some will be good winners at this point. Out of the ones he named, like the only person I'm really rooting for to win is Nippleberry, and then second will be Emma, but the rest, like, I don't want to see anyone else win, to be honest with you.
I'm just saying, if you look at all of the other winners in the site, any one of these winners will be the worst winner of ZBB.
Emma. If Emma wins, Emma will.
Well,
she's dumb. She hasn't done anything in this game. That's what I kept saying in this game. She speaks her opinion, but she doesn't make game moves. She's just kind of there. She says she does a ton of stuff and she like created my eviction, but it wasn't her. Sparky, I mean, I don't say Sparky actually was the reason I went out, but Sparky ignited the flame, let's just say. People knew that me and Wolf were together, and I wouldn't deny that we were together until that last vote. But I was, from the looks of it, people thought I was like the biggest threat, and I don't know why. I said I made one eviction and people put words into my mouth and crap. I mean, I'm fine with people being stupid, but not this stupid. They nominated, I guess it's smart to nominate the best players, but the public evicted the best players. So, and that's what I have the problem with.
I think people should focus on targeting. Why is I'm getting a Skype call from My Love Money? I think people should focus on targeting the public threats, because
that's what I was saying the entire game, that the public threats this entire game have been the big threats.
Yeah, wait, hold on, Neem. Even if the public threats are like sheeping or whatever, they're a bigger threat to win the game.
Yes, most definitely.
Because the public loves them, and at the end of the day, unless it's like ZBB13 where there's a twist where the jury votes, then they're gonna go pretty far and do well.
What I'm seeing is that the public threats, and never mind, take it back. I was gonna say that the public threats are the big threats in the game, but no, they wouldn't.
No, that's true. They are, because Britt was also a great strategical player, and I do have to give props to Britt. She was by far the best player in this game, no doubt about it. She made moves perfectly. She stayed in the background until needed. I was the only one gunning for her, me and Wolf, because we knew she was playing the best game, and she had to go on the block. But people are just dumb. I spoke to Tav, who backstabbed me. Even Wolf backstabbed me, which I'm still in awe by, because I seriously don't know what was through his head during that eviction and that nomination. I think if Wolf didn't turn on me and actually pushed for Britt and Emma, that would have went through. I think there was a better chance of it going through.
All right, so let's kind of back up towards your real interview. Your game for everyone. You are the first victim of the players who are actually playing the game, and you are placed what? 12?
You can't make that
12 place.
Kenny, no. He is one of the best players this season.
No, you said he's the first of the people that are bland in the game. Like, that's kind of rude. That's the rude thing.
It's true. It's 100% true.
Ben is the first, Wolf is the second, R. Vandergrub is the third, and Britt is the fourth. If Emma goes anytime soon, she will be the fifth.
She hasn't been playing a game, though. She has no game.
No offense to them. But that's what I mean. There's people who are playing this game who deserves to win, and there's some who do not. And Ben deserved to still be in there. Maybe not win, because it was too early, but not get 12th place.
Most definitely. I think if I were to have stayed in the game over Emma, the nominations would have been a lot different. Maybe. I think I had a voice in the house. I had 3 or 4 people sheeping me that entire game. You could see from each nomination there were 4 people who voted or nominated the same way.
Who was sheeping you?
Well, Amy, and I'm pretty damn sure it was Amy and Josh. I'm not sure who the third one was, but I think it might have been different both times. I think Wolf evicted Emma, and I don't know who didn't nominate me, but it could have been Green, but I don't think so. I don't know who that 4th nomination came from, but I appreciate it, I guess. But, well, if I were to say things, Sparky, me, Amy, and Josh had an alliance, they won.
Yikes, Sparky and Josh are kind of not trustworthy.
Oh, yeah, they weren't. I didn't trust that alliance at all, but Amy was really loyal, which I appreciate, and I think Josh stayed with me the entire time.
Are you saying that Josh and Miles realigned again?
No, they won, they aligned. It was.
They were aligned in high school when they played together.
I don't know about high school, and I don't care.
Miles is so shady though. Like you really can't trust him.
You're both shady in that game.
Well, I mean, we were on the group. We were on the house call, and we were talking about Runaways. And we didn't want to have. We didn't want to talk about this, thinking that Runaways could have went on the or someone who was with Runaways went on the call. So Sparky added all of us to a call. We talked, and then it became an alliance as it progressed.
Speaking about Runaways, why him? Why target Runaways?
Well, for me, I sheeped that one. I easily sheeped that nomination because I didn't want to go up first and get evicted. Well, that's the main reason.
It was mainly because he got in a fight with Miles.
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't pick that fight, he wouldn't have won up. Or at least, I don't think his name didn't go around until he picked the fight. If I were to give someone actual credit for the nomination of Runaways and Cool Cat, I'd say Miles, because he came up to me first. And I think he came up to everyone and said, let's do this. And everyone was like, okay, we don't want to get 16th. So we all nominated them. I mean, that's.
And are there still in this game?
I think
everyone.
Wait, what'd you say?
Or is everyone playing their own game?
Now I think now, I don't know if this is true, but I think Josh and Amy are close and they're working together as a duo, as a terrible duo, but still a duo. I think everyone's playing their own game. I mean, I don't see any really alliances as a duo, as a I don't think there are any alliances at the moment. I think it's just everyone's trying to stay off the block. I mean, I think that's the goal, to not go back on the block for the rest of the game for the housemates. And they'll do anything in their power to not get nominated until the finale. Now, I think everyone will go up eventually in this game so far. I think once or twice until the finals, but I am not 100% sure about that. Yeah, that's basically the gist of what I had to say there.
Sorry, it's a silent night for me tonight. Sorry, so I'm like not feeling it. But
yeah, whatever. That was weird.
Yes. Now that you're out the game, there's, like you said, you feel Nipple will win.
Nipple will win. I think Nipple will win, and he deserves to win.
I don't see Nipple's game. Am I the only one who do not see there's a game?
There is no game now. It's not even game anymore.
Okay, when a bunch of people call you out, like people have been calling Nipple out and targeting Nipple, it kind of shows that you're playing the game somewhat. If you get targeted, you're doing something right.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like what happened with Toom and ZBB9. Like the public was praising Toom to the point Toom didn't even have to write a blog because everybody would talk about Toom in their plea blogs. So it just got to the point to where Toom seemed like she was just owning the game.
Well, that's what happened with me and Wolf as well. Mainly me. I got 6 blogs in one game. I mean, in one day, around 30 minutes, for being a snake and lying to everyone. But I don't think that I don't think it's exactly the same as what Nipple's playing. I think Nipple in the beginning was playing a little bit of a low-key game, staying out of any drama, but also making enough blogs to give himself support, which is a good move on his part. He's by far playing the better game. Tav, if I were to rank the cast, I think he'd get second. Jeremy will get third. I think Josh or Amy will get fourth. Emma will get fifth. And Carter will get sixth.
You mean Jeremy? Because then you skip Jeremy.
No, I said Jeremy will get. Oh yeah.
Skip, yeah.
What I said some weird stuff.
Jeremy will get 6. By your logic, you're saying Jeremy will get 6, and Carter will get 7th because he's up for 7th right now.
No, Emma will do worse than Jeremy.
So what did you put Emma at? 5th?
Second to last. So she'd still be second to last, and Jeremy would go third to last. No, I said Jeremy would be third. What are you doing?
Okay, but you said Carter would be 6th, and he's up for 7th with Josh. So you skipped someone.
What did you say?
You said Carter will get 6th, but Carter's up for 7th with Josh.
So he gets 7th. It's the.
Yeah, it was just you kind of confused me, but we can move forward.
I don't know the rankings anymore. I'm not paying any attention.
We can move forward.
Okay, so it's not gonna be very much of a long show tonight. So I'm just going to move. You can stay with us, Ben. I know you said you have to go at 9, but
I can go at 9:30.
Oh, but we can go through this eviction interviews. First up being person who was okay. Why are people trying to call a freaking chat? The next. What I was going to say, the person who was evicted out of the 3 nominees I was talked to today, Arvanderup, who placed 10th, right? 10th place. First, Kenny and Ben, reactions on Arvanderup being evicted for 10th.
Kenny, you want to go first? Kenny?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. I was rooting for Arvanderup, and I thought she was playing a pretty good game. I was surprised that the public evicted her. Actually, I did not expect her to go. The house guys didn't expect her to go either. But yeah, I was sad to see Arvanderup go. I thought she was playing well. She should have stayed, in my opinion.
Well, personally, she was playing. I mean, she was playing the best game out of the people still in. Besides Britt, I did not think she'd go. I thought that who were the people evicted on that round? I think it was Amy.
Yes, Amy was up.
Yeah, I don't know how she survived. I have no idea.
It was close. It was between Amy and Arvanderup.
Ridiculous. The public actually doesn't evict Amy. I think they actually did, but Amy got 0 house votes because she's just kind of sheeping. She's just going along with the flow. Not a threat at all.
But it's smart on the house part, though.
Possibly. Let's move forward on
the
to
house
her.
Is smart because they got out a huge threat. Same with Britt. I mean, the house. I mean, they're kind of smart for trying to get out these big threats, but the public, they should have been doing more to keep Arvanderup safe, me safe. I mean, I got my butt kicked, but me safe, Wolf safe. No, not Wolf. Me,
you, Olivia,
Arvanderup, and Britt.
Okay, go, honey.
All right, let's get to Arvanderup's eviction speech or interview. Because my micro working for whatever PowerPoint, it's not working for some reason. I will just read it from Skype messages. Number 1, how did you feel about being in this cast? I felt good. I knew I was getting in, so I wasn't surprised. A lot of the players looked very new, and I did feel like I had a pretty good chance. Arvanderup did have a chance in this cast, right? Or you said she didn't?
She did. She came with a lot of support, and she was kind of cocky. That probably was the downfall.
Question 2, you being evicted could definitely be described as someone being robbed. Were you shocked by the shock and sadness the public reacted to when you were evicted? All day I was expecting Amy to leave just because she had expressed earlier in the day how much she wanted to quit. But I always had a sneaking suspicion it could be me. I mean, I knew had a lot of supporters, but I also had the most amount of haters against me. So when I went up, I was still nervous. I did feel good, though, having the public support me when I got evicted. Were you one of those people, Kenny, who supported
Yes.
Olivia?
Yes, and I know where she's coming from with more haters than supporters, because that's what I had to go through. So
No, Kenny, you did not go through that.
yeah,
You
I
lost
did.
by a ton, I'm pretty sure.
I lost 15. I know I lost by a
He
lot.
destroyed you.
I know that people did not like me, and they
Well, it's
still
because
did.
you're shady.
If anything, Kenny, I had haters and supporters, seeing that the closest vote in ZB11 was.
No, because if that was the case, you would have lost to Andrew. But moving forward,
Oh, snap. Fight.
Vote. But question 3. Though some were sad you were out, you did receive the most votes from the public to evict. Why do you think the public voted you out over the other nominees? Completely personal, 100%. I was playing the game hard, and had there been no past relationships in the audience affecting the game, then I think I had a really strong chance to win. There was a few people who really disliked me for some reason outside of ZBB, and they did everything in their power to make sure I get out.
I don't think that's true. I don't think people outside the game will actually go and spam to get.
I don't think they. Yeah, I don't think they like go out and just like spam polls or whatever.
I think they just come together and vote some way, but.
Yeah. I don't think they do. I think they just like the people that don't like her probably saw her up and like, okay, I'll evict her. But I don't think they tried to get other people on board to do that. Like if anyone has that much time on their hands, then they need to get off Zooper.
Ouch.
Burn.
That was not at Neem. No one should spend their time trying to get someone else evicted out of a game that they're not even in. Like that's pointless.
Still ouch. For those who may not have seen it, can you explain your game? This would be really long if I explained in detail, so I'll just give a summary. For the first few rounds of the season, I was running veins. Me, Josh, and Tav were basically calling all the shots, and what we wanted happened. The 2 rounds, I had immunity. People say I didn't do anything, but I did. I really helped with the Ginger Jeremy set, and I was the one who first started targeting Wolf along with Britt. We really put it into people's heads that he needed to go. People can take credit for that all they want, but that was entirely me and Britt. Sorry, not sorry. My game started falling apart when Nipple gathered up the remaining sheep in the game and went after me. It really sucks that the public evicted me, and then Britt in the double eviction, because we were the only ones left that were ready to shake up the season. I think the public really screwed up there.
She probably
screw up. But you didn't do most of those things you just said.
She probably shouldn't have gone after Wolfwood and BB Swag, because like in a lot of games you need to go after sheep because they are viewed as not threats and they will always go far.
So and they flip flop.
Exactly, they flip flop. So I think you absolutely have to go after sheep in games.
Well, if I were to say, I mean, it was a good move on her part to take out some more public threats, because I do think me and Wolf had. I mean, I don't think you guys are public threats. I don't think we were huge public threats, but I thought we were more strategic threats than public threats in the house.
But yeah, and in this game, you take out public threats and sheep instead of strategic threats.
I definitely agree, because you take out the people in between, and then you take out the strategic threats, which was their mistake. I mean, if I were her, I would most definitely went for Amy or Josh or.
In the moment, it's understandable for them to go after strategic threats, but then afterwards they might look back on it and regret it, because you guys could have helped them down the line.
I don't think we would have helped them, to be honest. I trusted R. Vandereb, I think. I mean,
you gotta keep this short, people.
She was kind of, you don't have to say that. I didn't trust her completely because she was a little bit shady. And a lot of people said to me when they said it, when they came to me about nominating me, that it was just like a ship waiting to sink, and that I didn't have enough support to get myself off the block. But if you can see, Britt had 4. I had 8. No, I had 6. So if you did flip, you could have gotten Wolf and Britt up and then tried to get me up afterwards.
Question number 5. You received 2 weeks of immunity after surviving the first eviction. Did that help you find a grip in this game? Yes, a lot of people in the house were saying I wasted those 2 weeks and didn't do anything, but that is completely false. I was still very much in power position. Those 2 weeks, I just used it to further cement my relationships with the people, and that I was really close. I wasn't really that close to at the point. I knew my immunity wouldn't last forever, so I had to prepare for when it was gone. I'm just gonna speed through these questions. Question number 7. I'm skipping. Biggest threat still in the game, in your opinion, is, this one's easy. Nipple, hands down. He's running the game. He's running things in the house and has plenty of people willing to put his game ahead of theirs, which completely amazes me. I think Nipple is going after me was a great move, so I'm not bitter. If he makes it to the end, he has my vote. He's playing an awesome game and deserves all the credit he gets.
Agreed.
And I'll end it there for Liv. And let's move on to Green Bay. Britt did not give an interview as she is working, so we're going to move on to Green Bay. Well, not really. I like Green Bay, and he's a good guy, but I really didn't know what he was doing in this game, so I'm not really that
He
sad.
didn't do much, to be honest.
Because it was the round before Britt and Arvander Red went up with like some other people. He messaged me on Skype, and he told me that earlier, like right after noms and stuff were revealed, he came to me and was like, he's going after Britt and Arvander Red. He was like, he doesn't care because he's tired of people calling him a sheep. And the next day they did go up, so like he has to get some credit for that.
Well, everyone wanted them up.
It didn't seem that way though. It didn't seem that way before though.
It did seem that way. People realized that
like they had numbers. It seemed like they had numbers, and it seemed like they were in control at the time.
I mean, I'm gonna say that I tried to put in their heads that Britt and Emma and Arvander Red. I said this 1,000 times. Britt.
We will find out now what he thinks about that. I muted Ben.
Why did you mute Ben?
Yeah, why are you muting me?
Because you keep talking.
I just wanted to say one thing.
Question, I asked him this. I didn't see a lot from you personally, but can you state what you did in this game? In this game, I worked closely with everyone the first few rounds and then decided exactly who I wanted to work with around the final 13 or so, which was Nipple. Together, we made sure that whoever we could get would be on board with our plans. I got my nominees up every round from final 11 to final 7, and I definitely made sure to keep the target off my back. What do you feel about that?
So you're gonna ask me how do you feel about that, but not the other thing?
Because I want to move on.
You gotta move on?
Okay, just go Ben answer.
Well, I don't know. I mean, from final 11 to final 7, I wasn't in the game. So I don't really know whether he was talking about I don't know what he did after I was evicted, so.
Did you know that Noah and Nipple was a duo? Like he claims, final 13, you were in at that time.
Noah and Nipple?
Yes.
They were a duo?
He said that's his duo. Him and Nipple made sure they had everyone they can vote with them each set, and he got all his sets through.
I don't think that really happened. I think Nipple was playing him. I'm not sure though, because I mean, those Nom 13, Eviction 13 was just a blur. I kind of got screwed over that day. I mean, I wasn't really thinking about who could possibly be a duo.
The round Britt and Arvander Red went up. I believe in their pre-blogs they did mention Nipple and Noah being a duo in the game.
But I don't think that's really a strong duo. As you can see, Green's out, so it doesn't matter. Nipple is going to win the game.
They may have been a strong inside duo, but to the public, the public just evicts who they evict.
Well, I mean, if you were to compare it to me and Wolf, who were kind of an open duo until he backstabbed me, I don't think it was nearly as crucial to have a duo like that. I think there were more allies than there were duo.
Next question. There are accusations of people sheeping. Do you feel you are one of those sheepers, or you made a stand in this game and control your own votes? Back to me and Nipple. We worked closely, but I did not sheep him. And then that's it. That's all he said for that.
Oh my God. He probably sheeped him.
Repeat it.
What, repeat the question or?
Repeat the question.
There are accusations of people sheeping. Do you feel you are one of those sheepers, or you made a stand in this game and controlled your own votes? Again, back to me and Nipple. We worked closely, but I did not sheep him.
See, but why would you bring up Nipple? You weren't even talking about Nipple. I don't think that's confusing, but I don't know if he actually did sheep or not. My opinion, I think he was one of those kind of in the middle players where he wasn't sheeping, but he wasn't really making game moves.
Because I did not see much from you, and I know everyone has them, who was your rival in this game? It changed every few weeks. My first rival was Runaways, then Ginger, then Emma, then Arvandareb, then Josh, then Carter.
I didn't say
anything.
That's a lot of people.
I don't think he really had rivals. I think he just targeted them and called them rivals. That's not a rival.
You were evicted because of a tiebreaker in which three votes evicted you and Tav got 0. Why do you think this is so? The public didn't give me a effing chance. I can't curse right now. The public didn't give me an effing chance. Oh well. He didn't even answer my okay. He didn't answer my question.
I don't know if he's that. I don't think he understood what an interview was.
He didn't. That's funny. He didn't answer that question. If you survived tonight, you were going up beside Carter. What would your plea had been?
He would have survived.
Just saying. I don't know, to be honest. I didn't have a plea prepared. It probably includes the fact that I actually knew how to play the public and didn't need JP and Johnny Scott to tell me that I needed to do that.
Johnny Scott.
That is shade. That is shade.
Johnny, Johnny tries to make, everyone do his thing. So sad.
Yeah, I feel like that will be the end of those 2 interviews, and I was trying to get one last word from Britt, but Britt, my favorite this season. I mean, even though we didn't even know who she was, Kenny, in the first episode, I found that what was funny. I knew I would like Britt, and she doesn't deserve 9th.
Well, to be honest, if I were to put my opinion on the table, she played a good strategic game, but to the public, she didn't say anything worthwhile.
Oh my God, that's exactly how I felt. Like, I don't think she said anything that was.
It didn't do anything.
Like it was, aside from the stuff with Wolfwood, like that was the only thing that was informative.
It's just a bunch of GIFs together. And I was just reading it, and I just couldn't read it because it just wasn't interesting. It wasn't saying.
The public does their favorites, like an Injustice, with the way they openly support them, and the winner of ZBB13, like that stuff hurt her. Obviously,
yeah, public support actually did hurt her, which I didn't think would happen.
But there's a way you can use public support. You can.
The only way you can use public support in this particular season is if you played a good strategic game and got people on your side, which didn't happen.
I think when the people see you as big of a threat as she was in the public, they're like, no matter what, they're gonna flip on you. If they're smart. If they're just trying to hand you the win, then they might not, but a lot of people don't play that way. So it's big.
But I mean, you know what happened when people were giving me public support for whatever blog that I made, and then everyone's like, "Oh no, you're gonna stay over," or when you get that type of support, you're supposed to bounce
that was one blog. She had multiple blogs that got like 140 plus points. Like, and like every post on every one of her posts, it would be Queen of ZBB blogs, Queen of ZBB, winner of ZBB13. Like the public loved her.
Yeah, I don't even know why. I mean, all of what I can remember from her blogs was just Joey and friends opening his mouth, shocked. That's all I took away from it.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna end it right here, right now, because really, it's not much to talk about anymore.
I mean, there wasn't much happened except for every single good player got evicted.
And that's like, and I don't know what's gonna happen with ZBB13 now. I love the season as a whole, but you got to pick a winner now, and you're looking at these 7 people remaining. It's like I got to pick a winner.
Because people are painting too much of a target on his back.
If this season ends and Amy is the winner, I find that very funny.
It would be the worst season of all time.
I don't think
ZBB12.
Not the worst season, but the worst winner probably.
I would love it anyway. So.
I don't know about that. I think no winner in ZBB12 is better than one winner in Amy.
Nipple, Emma, Amy. That's the perfect F3 that I would want.
That's not happening.
Well,
did you?
We will see what happens in that due time. But until then, thank you for those who did watch. I know a lot didn't. Ken and Ben for tuning in and helping me with this. And good luck to everyone who else is still in the game. Please don't let good players go home again. That's just disappointing.
# not my ZBB. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Until then, good night.
Bye.
Until next time, good night.